Hello, welcome, bienvenido a todo. Look at this wonderful picture. I just missed the username of who that's by, but it was a really great screenshot. And this one too. Um, so we are loading into obviously it's London Commuter because it's the route that I'm really enjoying right now. We're on PC, and as of 2 days ago, because there's a Halloween sale on, I now have Southeastern High Speed and the Class 465 on PC, which layer into this, which means I now have the maximum of everything you can possibly have on this route. Um, I won't lie, it's pretty phenomenal and pretty spectacular. The base route, even without the layers, is fairly phenomenal. It's still better than anything else the game has in terms of the busyness of the route, what's going on constantly around you. This adds that little bit more variation in liveries that does make you feel like, oh my god, I am actually driving a Gatwick Express train or a Southern service down the Brighton Main Line and encountering all of this other traffic. Um, so we're going to do it's 9:12 a.m. We are going from London Victoria to Brighton on a Gatwick Express. It's 12 cars, so I didn't know that when I picked it, but I'm glad that it is. This is my third time attempting this because I keep going through red lights because I keep talking. So I'm going to try and be like, stretch out, be subdued, um, be like, let's go. Come on. And without any further ado, this should take about 55 minutes, this service. So from begin, I need to make sure I'm not faffing around with the, uh, yeah, because, right, headlights, day running, turn that on, forward, and then open the passenger doors. Right, I'm gonna put on my wipers intermittent, and I've got like 2 minutes until we need to leave. Um, I think I am going to go for an explore with the free cam because there should be a wonderful little 465 making its departure at some point, and I want to look at it. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Look at this. I mean, this is. I mean, look at that. Look, this is Victoria. That building is there, and it is like that, and that horrible red one. Um, it's I mean, this is still just, it just is one of the best model routes in the game. Um, and this just really, honestly, with all these layers, it does feel like, look at that. Let's watch that. Make sure I'm not gonna miss my departure time. But look at this. Isn't that brilliant? Oh, and all those trains. Get in, go in. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And look, there's good. And words fail me. This is literally what I wanted this game to be for so long, and this route has delivered it in spades. Like, so I feel like I've played enough of all the rush hour routes now to have an opinion. Um, I think they've been a sliding scale of getting better as they go. Now, I'm not talking about performance bugs, whatever. That is a different issue. I'm talking about the core idea behind the route, the implementation, what is going on within the route, and this route is, I mean, so we started Boston Sprinter. They introduced the concept of a really busy timetable, but only in that one short section in the north around Boston South, where there's trains coming in and going, lots of AI, but very close to the station itself. The full line generally feels quite quiet towards the southern end, especially. But they've established the base of like decent frequencies of trains and seeing a lot going on as you enter and leave this one part of the route. Then Dresden, which introduces the massive variety of trains and rolling and, well, not rolling stock, well, trains, rolling stock, yeah, and services, and allows you to not necessarily see heavy volumes of traffic all in one place like with Boston, but consistently come across trains of a different varieties all along the way. Um, it's more of a probably one of probably less than Rush Hour. What Dresden bought is variety. Um, this has bought, I don't even know what to start. This has bought so much just content all in one place, that it genuinely, I mean, it beggars belief. I won't lie. Um, I find it fascinating that they've managed to do this. So much going on when, like, a year and a half ago, it was unthinkable. They was kind of like, well, we can't really fit more in. It just is what it is. Um, and now they've done it, and in such a great way. Um, because this route really, I would have said boring Electro Stars. I still think the Electro Stars are boring, but in this context, they're actually amazing. So I'm not going to complain anymore. Um, we get the 465s as well. So that adds a little bit of variation, but they just turn off about here. Um, and so we won't see them again. Whereas the 375s, which are Electrostars, but in a different livery because they're Southeastern, will show up on the route between Red Hill and East Croydon. Um, Probably not in great numbers, but adds a bit of variation. And then as well as that, the GWR was already, I already had that. That was because I already have Great Western Express. And they are even more infrequent. They'll show up solely between Red Hill and Gatwick, which is like not very long, but nevertheless pretty impressive. Um, and for a route that is so well modelled, I mean, I'm impressed, really am. Um, so this does feel like they got it all right. They got the consistent number of services across, like there's just trains, like wherever you are. Um, there's so much going on around Victoria in particular, and there is some variation. Not as much as Dresden, but there is variation more than Boston. So yeah, this just for me feels like the best of all worlds, based on the three routes. That said, I do want to go back and play Dresden because I haven't played it for like a couple of weeks. Because I wasn't around the past couple of weeks because I went to the UK for the first time in like almost 2 years. And I was too busy to even try and get this up running into streaming or whatever. So for now, I'm content with the to get back into this, to play it. Oh, well, hello, Electrostar. Yeah, as I always say, these. I mean, it's good that you can see like the Battersea skyline from here. It would be better if you had the southwestern trains. But as I've said, as ever, it's just not going to happen. If they don't have the license or the trains aren't modelled, it's just not going to happen. But that said, there's a Class 43 GWR on the route. That was unexpected. Wow. Wow. That was brilliant. That was legitimately brilliant. um, there was me complaining about how boring those lines looked, and then a Class 43 comes along, which I mean, I don't think it would ever be there in real life. I can't think. But I'd rather them have that than nothing. That's pretty great. Good for you, DTG. Good for you. So yeah, if you want to see a HST, a GWR HST on this route, you should be doing the 9:12 Gatwick Express service from London Victoria to Brighton, and you'll get a nice, pleasant surprise as you pass through Clapham Junction. Um, thumbs up for that for sure. Right, I need to like concentrate on what I'm doing now because that's like. This was, yeah. Oh, I should mention, the reason this might look like slightly better than usual is because I've got a mod installed for the Skybox. This mod, I believe, but I don't know for sure. I've just surmised it from what things I've read on the forums. The person who made this mod, I think, has been approached by DTG to use the same, well, whatever solution that they found. To let DTG use it and put it into the game so that all platforms will get it. So at the moment you can just download this mod and use it on PC, but potentially in months, years, this is what the sky will look like in TSW across all platforms equally. You won't need a mod for it. But like I said, I'm not sure that's like absolutely confirmed, but as you can see, it looks better and it looks pretty stunning in this weather particularly. And as again, I always say, snow is the best weather in TSW, followed by rain. Ooh, did I put the? Yeah, I did. Um, oh, that hovered on yellow then, didn't it? I'm gonna. What would a driver do if they kind of? I hadn't seen. Well, no, the driver wouldn't have seen that yellow. I just saw it because of the hood. Um, I reckon there's a train ahead of me that's pulling in somewhere. There is. There's that train on my line, so I better be careful because at some point that train is going to stop, um, probably, or do something. And I'm going to be like, la 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 la, and I'm going to get through the red light. That has happened several times when I've been trying to play these routes. Um, and I mean, I could try. I'm like, when it first happened, I was like, was that a bug? And then I looked back and was like, no, I did just completely ignored the fact there was a red ahead of me. So I will try and pay attention so that I'm going to stick to about this. Yeah, I don't want to push too hard to 70. Um, just keep an eye on that green doesn't turn to red or yellow suddenly. Well, suddenly. I'll get a double yellow first, I assume. Um, and where I am now, I would guess that the only stop ahead of me it could be would be Croydon. So I might get stopped sometime around here. Oh, but I shouldn't say that. Instead, the first thing that'll happen is I'll sail through a red light as soon as I start saying, "Oh, I'll be fine for the next 10 minutes." No, I won't be. Um, I'm trying to pay attention, but also keep the chat up. Um, so yeah, I mean, as demonstrated already in this route from the variety of rolling stock that has shown up. Uh, well, rolling stock maybe isn't right, but the variety of trains, not even trains, the variety of stuff, um, and the sheer volume of it is why I think this is probably is the best of the three rush hour routes. It has the potential to be my favorite route in TSW. I might have to argue objectively it is the best route in the game from an objective point of view, from the sheer volume of services it has, from how much is going on and how close to reality it is for the volume of services. So yeah, whether I would say it is the best, but objectively, I think if you were trying to mark it out of 10, all of the routes, you'd probably go down with this one, just having been just that little bit more. Um, but that's just me chatting. What do I know? I don't drive trains for a living, as you will see why at some point when I completely zoom past the platform. Um, the good thing about this service is um, this is only stopping at Gatwick Airport, and then one of the other services I was trying to record a video for, but kept not paying attention and ruining it by going for a red, was a Brighton to Gatwick to London Victoria service that had three intermediate stops at Hassocks, Burgess Hill, and Gatwick Airport. And I have to say, those two extra stops, do make it feel like so much slower. I think it only literally adds 6 minutes on, but I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. Um, oh, right, that's a yellow. That is definite double yellow. I'm slowing down. Ain't no way I'm getting stuck. I'm going through a red this time. I don't think we're even near Croydon yet, are we? No, we are. No, yeah, it's because we're running into the train that must be stopping at Croydon. Or it's slowing down to pass through Croydon. But no, it's probably stopping at Croydon because the only trains that don't stop at Croydon are the Garrick Express trains. Basically, everything else will. Ooh. What I want to do is be going slow enough that that I can stop as soon as I see that red coming up on me. But I'm not going so slow that I stop absolutely before it turns to a yellow. I want to like coast very slowly so that I've got some momentum to accelerate again. I feel like that is what train drivers do, because you can sometimes feel them coasting for a long time as if they're like, please turn to yellow so I don't lose the momentum and have to accelerate from scratch. I can see the red, but it's still over 100 yards away. Ooh. Oh, look at this is London. Honestly, I just... oh, I don't know what else to say. Okay, I'm too close now. I'm just going to have to stop. No, I'm gonna sail on at 4 miles an hour. Keep up the last bit of momentum. Oh my god, that train is also stopped at a red. Oh wait, no. Was it? Ah, no, it turned to yellow. You lucky bastard. Language. Oh, no such luck for me. Well, I'm at 2.5 miles an hour now. I'll take it down to 1. Like, come on. No, I'll just stop. This is brilliant. Honestly. I'm just going to pop into the map quickly and check that like there is actually a train stopped ahead of me, and it's not. Okay, there isn't anything on my path, but there's this train coming in which may be crossing my path. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt before I like decide, oh no, it's broken. Oh wait, no, there is a train on my path. It's that one. Ah, where was that? Oh, there's a platform there. Oh, there we go. Wasn't paying attention. This is, I mean, this scenario in particular is like, oh my god, another go explosion. Feel the warm fuzziness. I can feel the warm fuzziness inside me. Oh wait, no. Put some sand on. It's goodness sake, it's a snowy day on a UK railway. Of course you can't slam up to bloody throttle 3, 75% of power and expect it to not wheel spin. Is that train at the platform? No, is that a train at the platform, or I'm just imagining that? No, it is, yeah, it is. How old I am, I'm like, what is that? This is phenomenal. I'm sorry. It's brilliant. This is the reason why I play this game and why it's probably one of my most played games. Okay, Public City Skylines is probably joint first, or in the mouse, or maybe just a little bit behind. But this game is. I mean, I can take breaks from it for weeks, but whenever I come back, I'm like, I'm so glad this game exists. Look at it. Look at it. Honestly. I don't want to hear about Flight Simulator. This is where it's at. Oh, and there's literally a train passing underneath me. Like, this is like, I just don't know where to start or stop with this game. Yeah, I really hope that we can get something else like this. Okay, right, I'm gonna put the brakes on. There we go. Right, should be able to just saunter off through at 40-ish. Croydon, hello Croydon. Hello 50p building. Good morning, Croydon. Ah! There we go. There we go. You know, this is going so well that I actually for a second thought, oh, is it early morning? It's not. I am not filming this video early morning. The shutters are down, so it's definitely not morning. Hang on, hang on, hang on. What's gone on? What has gone on? Why? It is working. Oh, I've bloody put the reverse on, haven't I? What was I clicking to do that? Wasn't paying attention. Put the reverse into neutral. I was like, why can't I put the power on? So anyway, after I've just like massively fanboyed about this game, obviously I may be very unique. There's probably lots of people who are like, it's just a train game, of which you could well be right. But it's for me, it's a game that I enjoy, and at least until Grand Theft Auto the Definitive Edition, Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition, if that's what it's called, comes out. This is probably what I'm going to be playing, mostly. That I'm looking forward to. Well, I'm not getting my hopes up too high because it does look like what they've done is, and this is I appreciate this, but we'll see how it all weaves together. Um, Obviously, they've kind of basically improved the graphics, but they've kept the style. Oh, there's a southeastern train. Um, they've kept the style. So whilst it is whilst it'll be modern and have lots of shiny stuff, they haven't made it look like GTA 5 at all. They still look like older games, but much smoother and not held back by the actual limitations of a PS2. Um, I appreciate that. I expect that there's no real change to gameplay other than the controls and like making it snazzier, putting lots of like screen any kind of like snazzy stuff from GTA 5 will be in there, but in general the content will be the same, which is fine because the content those games are classics. Um, what I want to know is how it all integrates together under the UI and what's going on there, um, or how they order it because like obviously the order they came out in was GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas. But in time order, it would be Vice City first, then San Andreas, then GTA 3. Um, and I wonder if they still want you to play through the original order as it came out, or what they've geared it towards now is like, no, start with Vice City, then move on to San Andreas, then do GTA 3. Because if I remember correctly, the missions in GTA 3 were super hard. It took a lot longer to complete that than it did the other two games. Maybe because I was younger, but like only 2 years. I think there was only like 2 or 3 years between GTA 3 and San Andreas. Um, I still haven't known excitement like that. I mean, you see me fanboying over this game. You don't know when like 12-year-old me saw GTA 3 for the first time. It was like a revelation. Like the earth moved. It was so beyond what I thought was possible with a video game. Um, and then when Vice City, like literally, like waiting and watching, and this was before there were any YouTube or video streams. So no, just like you just had like magazine images, or like the internet. You could the images you could find on the internet with like a 56K modem. Um, Nothing like this. So when Vice City came out as well, it was like, and the music that introduced me to, oh my god, I honestly credit it with like about 90% of my taste in music now. Um, so yeah, if you ever hear pointers in the background, blame that game. And then San Andreas was again like the epitome for me. Um, there were so many cars in that game, and like they had three different like distinct environments: desert, Nevada, Las Vegas, basically mixed in with San Francisco and Los Angeles. Like it was a lot, and it was brilliant. And countryside, that's what I loved about it. It had countryside. Um, so yeah, as you can see, I kind of like games that give you a world and quite a distinct and interesting one. Hence why this game is so good, and people really don't give it the credit it gets for like the sheer volume of landscapes and geography that is available to you in this game at a price. At a price, you obviously have to pay a lot of money to get access to everything. And so if you're brand new to the game, unless you want to spend like €500, it's obviously questionable whether it's worth it um, all at once. But certainly over years, if you really enjoy the game, It's less than the cost of a new game. Each DLC is far less than the cost of like a €70 or €80 game. Um, and I think they have a lot of longevity. Some of the routes. There are others that I'm like, I don't play them that much. But most of the stuff I bought has been on sale. Generally, the tipping point is soon because I have been buying a lot of routes brand new. But then I haven't bought any of the freight routes, so I didn't buy Creek, Sandy Creek, something, whatever that one was, or Clinchfield Railroad, and I didn't buy the Isle of Wight. Um, and I rose the line. I just waited until there was a fairly hefty discount on sale, and so and Rush Hour. I mean, technically it was discounted. I mean, it's three routes for the price of one and a third. And with a discount as well. I can't remember what it was, like a 10% discount or something like that. Um, Honestly, look at me talking and driving like this. I should be sad. Fortunately, I'm not a train driver. And as I say in every video, I never will be one. They will never let me be one because I have no attention span. Um, or maybe it's good that I can talk and look at a camera and be driving a train, a 12 car, 3 BR class 387, British Rail class 387, electrical multiple unit. Um, no. And I've only got to like oversped a little bit. Did I overspeed at the start or was this a previous video? I think maybe it was this one. I don't even have AWS or anything turned on because I don't know if they work. Every time I go to the forums to like say, oh well, let me see check what the technical reports are, just so I know that like, is it a bug or is it like something else or blah blah blah, or has someone raised it and it turns out it's prototypical behavior, blah blah blah. But I get distracted by some stupid thread or other, and then I'm like, I'm just leaving. I don't want to engage with this. So 6.2 miles, and we are on a downward slope, and we need to get down to 80 miles an hour. Okay, right. When that gets to the yard countdown, I will put on brake one. Oh, there we go. Well, let's see if that's going to be enough to get us down to 80. Yeah, it should be. We're making fairly good progress. Right, how far away is going now? 5.6 miles. They really need to do something about the icon for the distance icon. Text is tiny. Doesn't show up very well. It's like theoretically, because it's white text with a black outline, it should show up fine on anything, and it kind of does, but it's so small that it negates the effort that they've gone to make it like clear. Bless. I actually think it looks a lot. Well, no, it doesn't. It's the same. It's just an illusion. Because it probably looks a lot clearer on my TV. It's just like huge, but it actually proportionally to the rest of the screen, it'll be the same size. I think. I forget how pixels work. It might actually be double because it's a 4K TV. And I think the PS4 Pro outputs in 4K. I don't want to get into it because I whether it does, I think it does, but not every game does. It just gets output at 4K, but it's not real 4K. Like I said, I don't want to get into it. I don't care that much. I'm playing on PC anyway, and it's at 1080p. I've got the frames limited to like 40, and I'm content. It's doing everything I want it to do. Look at that. It's bloody gorgeous. Did I open the window? Did I open the window? No, I didn't. There we go. I'm not going to open this one, because whilst it might not seem loud to you, it actually feels like having a train window open next to me if I open it. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. Right. Oh, and downward, aren't we? We're heavier because we're 12 cars, so we might pick up speed. Well, I'm just not going to accelerate or anything now. Okay, we've got a 60 mile level limit anyway. And that's just before Gatwick, so maybe I should be aiming to sail through that 60 on the way down to 25 for approaching the platform. Oh wait, no, it's gone. I hate when that happens. Like, is it just randomly going to appear? Like, suddenly? Well, I'm going to put the brake on now. Start slowing down. Ooh, I've only got less than 1.5 minutes. Does that mean I've been going too slow? Or is that fine? I get lost because some of these services are quite generous, and then others I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I just got to Gatwick in time. Maybe I'm slowing down too early. Oh, I don't think I am. No, I'm not. I've made that decision. I'm not. Oh no, this isn't Gatwick. This is the station before, and I've already dropped below 70. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm gonna be late. Hopefully I've got like a 2-minute stopover. Look at the plane. Oh, I still think that is one of the most amazing things. It's another reason why I love this route. I'm sure you've seen my other videos. I'm like ecstatic whenever I see that. Okay, I'm gonna drop to 60. Oh, I'm late. I think I was driving below the limit for maybe a bit towards the start, but then I also went a bit over, I think. I don't know. You've been watching. You've probably seen how bad my driving has been. Also, I did brake super early to approach the station. So, again, partially my fault. Uh, fully my fault. Oh, hello, Gatwick Express trains. Look at this. I'm 12 car as well. So, regardless of where the marker is, I'm going to where it looks like there is 12. The 12 car stop. I think this is right at the end of the platform anyway, fortunately. No, it's a little bit short of the platform, the end of the platform. Signal. I need to be right in front of the signal, I think. No, I am pretty much that, yeah. I'm just saying that because I remember seeing an AI service that didn't stop. Or no, maybe it was my service. No, it was an AI service that had stopped. Wait, what? Is it telling me to stop at Brighton? Did I open my... Oh, why is that all grayed out? It looks like it's bugged or something. Ah, see, this AI train. I don't know what to do. Do I just continue to Brighton now? No, I'm going to leave the doors open. I think it'll correct itself. We'll see.
This is a safety announcement. It
Oh.
is not permitted to cycle, skateboard, or rollerblade within the station building.
Is that a common issue at Gatwick Airport Station? Rollerbladers? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, as of all the places to be stuck, well, I've got a green light. Right, no, I'm going. I've got the objective marker there. It just grayed out weirdly. Oh, I hope you didn't think you were going to go ahead of me, did you? You're not even in service. Oh, look at it. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Wasn't it nice? It is, isn't it? It's nice. And we're going to go underneath a plane. It's bloody brilliant. I mean, even if the plane doesn't seem to land, it just sort of glides over the land. It's still bloody brilliant. Right, come on. Speed up, speed up. I want to go fast. I want to get out of here. I want to go to Brighton. 22 miles. And I have to be there in 15 plus 7. 22? 22 minutes. Oh, 22 miles, 22 minutes. Right, I better speed up then. Oh wait, no, I'm getting a yellow. Oh wait. My God, please don't give me a heart attack. This looks so good. This looks so good. And what I will say for UK Railways is the only good part of the experience of going back to the UK, transport wise. The flight was, well, the flight there was, well, no. Flights never are these days. They announced the gate at the last second. Everyone has to queue for priority or whatever, and it's all a mess. Compared to the flight back, the flight going there, I suppose, was better. But the only nice, relaxing part, including buses, taxis, the plane, was the train that I took from Birmingham Airport to the city centre, and it was like an Avanti service. I think it was going to Liverpool because it was a Voyager. Somewhere else. It was Avanti. It was on the West Coast Main Line, and it was a Voyager diesel. And it was obviously those long intercity trains. They don't stop between the airport and the city centre, so it took like 10 minutes, if that. We weren't held outside the station for very long. We got our platform straight away, and it was nice and relaxing. It wasn't busy. There was space on my suitcase. I could literally just sit down and you know, when you've been on a plane and then you've had to go through security, well, passport control on the way back, and it's like you just want to like sit down. That was one of those experiences. That was very good because compared to every other experience I ever had getting any train from an airport, usually it's hell on earth. In the UK at least. So yeah, that was that, and so I'll give credit to the UK Railways for that. Um, and in comparison to Spanish Railways as well, it's a lot more open. I know people complain about ticket barriers in the UK, but they have them everywhere in lots of countries, and nowadays even more so. And Spain treats its long distance trains as literally like planes. Like you go to a departure lounge, you have like tickets and seats and all of this, and it's all very professional and done. But it's not casual. You can't just walk up very easily and get a ticket and get on a train and go one stop or whatever. It's a lot more formal. So I do like that about the UK. But the Spanish trains are so much bigger and so much more spacious. What can you say? They've got a massive loading gauge. But I mean, we must be most of the way through this now. Yeah, we started out at 9:12, didn't we? So we're over half an hour into this, and we've got less than 20 minutes to go now. So I would say, overall, I'm proud of my work so far. I still have no idea what is going to happen when we get there, because that grayed out bit in the top left-hand corner, I don't know if that's just like an issue. I can't remember if I've read something about that. Okay, missed that speed reduction by seconds. I'm already below speed there. That was like what, 3 seconds? What difference does 3 seconds make? No, we're downhill. But yeah, apart from that little doozy and some of the other ones I've had, many of the other ones I've had, I'm proud so far. Doing well. Probably the best that I've done at this route so far. Of the last 4 times I've run this route, I've run through a red light and everyone. So far, so good. Like I say, I don't pay attention enough. Maybe that's why I love the game so much, because I'm thinking I'm doing something else 100 of a time, like 100 other things at the same time. Um, oh, I mean, it just look at that. Look at that. 12 cars. Boom. Actually, I need to go back and play a Northern Transpennine with this mod. Oh, but I don't have the heavy freight pack on PC. And that does it doesn't add much, but it adds enough. It adds like one or two freight services, I think, that you might come across in timetable mode, um, and gives you the option of the 37 to use in place of the 47 or 45. No, it's the 40. It's the 40. 37 came with TVL originally, and now again with four more. So let's see. Let's just see. 50 miles now. Still got 16 minutes. Okay, yeah. It's still 90 for most of the way, I think. Oh no, this drops to 80, I think, this turn. No, it's not that one. Or is it? No, I think it is that one. Drops to 80. And then it's 90 down here, and then it'll drop us down on the approach to Brighton. I think. Look at this. Oh, look at it. Oh, look at it. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at me. Look at that. Now, right now, you're thinking, he only plays this game because he gets to drive big shiny trains and honk the horn. I don't really care that much about the horn. I just, now that I've got the two-tone that I can do on control, even though I could just do it with the keyboard. Sounds weird from inside the cab. But I just like being able to do it with the controller, so I always take the opportunity. And it adds a bit of something when you're going over a bridge. Now, let's go. Make sure, because we're on a downward slope. I don't want to go over 90. I've gone over speed too much. Like, my job would be on the line after this. This route, I mean, I'll say this route feels like maybe too real now. Um, Genuinely feels like the AI traffic. It's I hope every other route is like this now. Understanding that there'll be routes that are not going to be like this because they're not like this in real life. This is one of the UK. This is a very busy railway line. I don't know if it's the UK's busiest, but it's a very busy one. Um, and so yeah, not every route, even if you realistically create it, is going to be as busy as this. But I really hope they can bring some other routes like this with this much, like boom, 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 service, service, service. Peanuts cost for the West Coast Main Line or East Coast Main Line or Midland Main Line, and something from the 90s with an intercity swallow livery. Fingers crossed. Although maybe that you wouldn't get the frequencies back if you set it back pre-privatisation, because the railways are a lot more alive now than they were in the last days of British Rail, having been wound down by successive governments. Whereas now, yeah, they're pushed to their capacity really in many places. Hence why HS2 is like has been devised as like the knight in shining armor that will allow trains from, well, if it's fully completed, will allow trains from all parts of the north to just switch onto it to free up the east coast and the west coast main line. but we'll see if it comes to pass that all of the stations, all of the whole route as envisaged. What was it? A Y shape that they decided on in the end? So one bit would go to Leeds and the other bit would go to No, yeah, one bit would go to Manchester. That bit's the bit that's still going to happen, right? But then there was another bit that was going to go off via Sheffield to Leeds, I think. Was it Manchester or was it going to go somewhere? There's like Manchester's getting a terminus station, like in phase 1B, I think. 1A is to Birmingham, 1B is to Manchester. Or was 1B to Crewe? And then 2A to Manchester and 2B to Sheffield. I don't even live in the UK anymore. It doesn't matter to me. I live in Spain. It has this world's second largest high-speed network. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Unfortunately, it just doesn't have. It's still missing a few little links to make it as useful as it needs to be. But hopefully soon. So if you're not familiar with Spain's railway network, it's one of the most eclectic in Europe. Brilliant. I don't know if I think I've spoken about this on maybe previous videos, but it is a really good one. Be fascinating to see if they could ever do justice in TSW. I don't think there's enough of a user base to want Spain. I don't think I've ever seen it pop up on any of the most wanted lists. But basically, it has a plethora of services using Iberian gauge rails, which are like about 20 to 30 centimeters wider than like standard international gauge or European gauge. It then has its whole high-speed network in standard international gauge, and also several areas of the country have like used very modernized meter gauge railways. So the entire north of Spain has like various systems of meter gauge railways. So you got Euskotren, which runs through the Basque Country, and it's literally like it's a commuter service, it's an intercity service. It's fascinating. The trains are really cute and cool. And then there's Feve, which runs services. I think it runs in Valencia and Catalonia as well on a meter gauge railway, as well as in Cantabria and Asturias. I mean, right, I've got 10 minutes. How far away am I? Okay. So, I mean, for that reason alone, it's like, that's pretty good. Eclectic. And probably the downside is though that it's very scattered. Very scattered. Not very direct. A lot of trains go indirectly to their destinations. And the conventional railways are quite slow as well. But the high-speed railways are cool. They have talgos. That's a train I would like to see in TSW. Probably more likely one of the American versions of it. The Cascade. I think they still run in the Cascades, like Seattle or somewhere like that. Which just uses like big diesel American locos with the talgos attached on the back. But yeah, that's something I'd like to see. And well, as they're working on the diesel tilting train for Dresden, they'll have the technology to do tilt one way or another. I think the one they're working on for Dresden, I can't remember what it is, something like the BR6 DB682. Don't quote me on that. Something like that. I think it's 6 something. And I believe it's an active tilt, so the train has a mechanism that forces it to tilt, so like a pendolino. Which I'm surprised if it does. I'm surprised that's what they went with first. I would have thought like something like the Acela would have been easier because it's like a passive tilt, just has suspension set up in such a way and the center of gravity is very low, so the carriages naturally tilt as they go into the corners. Oh my god, there was a yellow then, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, right. Oh wait, no, no, no. Break off. I've only got to get down 11 miles an hour, I'll be fine. I've still got 7 minutes. Right. Okay, yeah. I'm going to reduce speed to just under 75, keep going to 70, just in case there's another speed. Oh no, it's not for another 2 miles. So if anyone knows and wants to let me know, would the 313 add anything to this route? Because obviously it just goes off to the East Coastway. But I think I heard some or read somewhere that it will do some depot moves on Brighton Main Line. So I don't know. I don't know if it's worth buying. I don't play East Coastway enough to justify buying a new train just for that. Whereas for this route, maybe if it does add something, then that would complete the glacier. But it could be endless then. If it's just for the sake of like 1 or 2 depot moves and ooh, got a yellow coming up. 1 or 2 depot moves and or seen some AI go out to Seaford. I don't know if it'll be worth it, but oh, it's double yellow. I think that's just preparing me for Brighton. Yeah. Um, but yeah, be interesting to see. I can't remember how much local DLC costs now. But if it adds something, then I might get it for a sale. If it adds something like if it goes up to just some kind of actual useful service on this route, then I'd probably buy it. Full price or not. I do quite like the model of the 314 in Cathcart Circle. And I'm familiar with those trains because the 315 is virtually identical but a 4-car train instead of a 3-car. And I used to use that every bloody day on the Lee Valley lines. Oh, 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 oh. No, wait, I actually am coming up against a red. Interesting. There's a train going off into the ether. That's an East Coastway train, 377. So yeah, if all you get with the 313 is on this route is that would be a 313, then I'm not going to buy it full price unless I really get back into East Coastway for some reason. But if it did have some services that are playable services, then I might consider it. Let's see, why am I at red? Is my platform occupied? Is there a train coming in from East Coast Way that's going to block my path? Is it a bug? No, I shouldn't just say that about everything. Yes, my platform is blocked by another train. We should better hope that that train leaves soon then. What time is it? There's 4 and a bit. Basically 4 minutes built into this timetable. Extra time, which means that train is going to leave. I have faith. Hello. Hello, Brighton. Now let me go play around with my frig cam. Can I get so high that I can see the sea? No. Ah, here it comes. See? I had faith and it didn't let me down. Platform 4. Not bad. this whole scene, like, I love it. What can I say? Me and my 12. Okay, I should actually observe where I'm going, just in case. Should just stop and look at how shiny my train looks. But it was shiny. You have to admit. And even with that delay, I've still got enough time to get in ahead of time. And I was overspeeding a bit at times, but not massively. Okay, maybe massively. I have poor short-term memory. That's my excuse for why I don't remember whether I've been a good or a bad driver. Probably best always safest to assume that I've been a bad driver because I don't pay attention. I talk all the way through. Um, and I frequently go like don't notice red signals, hence why it takes me like 3 days to make one of these videos correctly. Ooh, that was fine. Right, doors open. And it worked, like that grayed out like bit of the hood up at the top left didn't make a difference. Oh no, Orange Coat Man, the attack of the Orange Coat Man. I'll be fair, this kind of style of coat does pop up quite often every now and again these days, but still, not
Please
this
ensure
much.
you have a valid ticket for travel.
And I could wait
You are
around
expected to
and go
produce your
back,
tickets when asked to do
and it
so.
would be another fast service. Interesting. Okay, that was cool. What can I say? What can I actually say? Um, I love this route. It's even better with all the layers. I would like to know if the 313 adds anything worthwhile or just visually, um, because this is a route I'm happy to invest in. Because you can see, it makes me very happy. I'm very excited. Um, I know I always say this whenever I finish a video, like, oh, I'll try and do another route, blah, blah, blah. I probably will not move on to anything other than this one for the time being. If West Cornwall comes out this Thursday, that will be my next video for sure, unless there's like any big issues where people are like, don't buy this, it's broken, it crashes, blah blah. If um if not, well, I'll see if I get if I'm in the mood for go back into Dresden, because that is also a route that gives me a lot of joy from time to time. And I did get the BR 101 in the sale as well, so that will increase the kind of um, the variation that I see on PC. It will give me what I've got. I think it should give me everything that I've got on PC, on PS4 as well, on PC. I don't have a couple of all of the German routes on PC, so I don't know if I'll get all of the stock. But with the 101, I should have all of the services now. I just won't have trains that layer in necessarily. But I think I've got the 146 and then 143. So I don't know what else I'd need. Oh, 112. But I can live without that on Dresden for now. Um, but yeah, as ever, if you did manage to make it through to the end, comments, subscriptions, what else? Likes, the whole shebang. And enjoy the rest of your week, month, year, day, morning, evening, and hasta luego.